I'm going to finish off this mix using the Louder Than Liftoff Silver Bullet Mark II plugin. Alright. Hey there, this is Dereck Blackburn from Quiethouse Recording, and today we're talking about the Louder Than Liftoff Silver Bullet Mark II plugin. This is a one-to-one emulation of the Silver Bullet Mark II hardware, and in my opinion, it's as close as you're going to get to the hardware in the box. I'm a big fan of the hardware version of the Silver Bullet, having both the Mark I and Mark II in my studio since their inception, and I've been involved along with others in the testing and development of many of Louder Than Liftoff's products over the last several years. I am intimately familiar with the hardware, and this plugin, in my opinion, signifies a huge step forward for anyone looking for a way to bring this high-end signal processor in the box. I'm beyond excited that this is available in plugin form, especially for my bus processing needs. Everything in the plugin is the same topology and gain structure as the hardware, so they react very, very closely. Now, I'm not going to do a deep dive of the plugin, I'm just going to show you the basic functions and how I personally use it for my mixing and mastering. I do not look at it as just another distortion or saturation plugin. Its function is best used as a signal enhancer and not only to destroy audio, although it can do that very well. I'm going to show you how I use it and what I'm thinking when I'm processing audio and what I think personally is the best practice for getting to know what it can do. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start off with drums first, and I'm just going to walk you through kind of like what my thought process is as I'm doing this audio processing. I'm going to push some signal into the plugin. I'm aiming for in between 6 and 12 here on the meter. I really kind of just want to hover around the middle. Sounds great. All right, let's try these Mojo amps. I'm going to try the British first. All right, so this is too much processing because you can hear it's shaving the transients right off. So for what we're trying to accomplish right now, this isn't the best approach. I'm going to back off a little bit and try to find a little sweet spot in here and get more bloom or enhancement out of the lower mid-range of the drums. That sounds good. Let's try 8. I like the roundness of the British console better, so I'm going to leave it on this. Let's try some EQ. Let's try a sub EQ. So the hi-hats on this are kind of swishy, and what I'm doing here is I'm boosting the mids because I want some more of that frequency spectrum between like the snare and the toms, and I'm going to attenuate the airband here a bit to kind of get the swishiness of the hi-hat to go down a bit. There's more, I mean, there's still some definition there in the hi-hats, but it's not like, I'm not pushing it so much that it's like, you know, kind of rattling you a bit. If you follow me on social media, you know that one of my mortal enemies is the hi-hat mic. I generally do not like them. It's kind of a running joke, but, you know, in situations like this, I just got to be like, I need less. I need less. So this works out really well. I do like the expansion of the image with the aspect ratio button here. It says the aspect ratio switch alters the relationship between the width and the height of the stereo image to give a more enhanced stereo image. I can definitely hear that. I'm down with it. Let's go to bass. Alright, let's try the British. So that's a lot of processing there. We don't want that distortion. I can just move the headroom knob and adjust. Sounds great. So there's a little bit of noise on this bass track, and I really want there to be fullness. I really want there to be, the transient attack of the bass pick, because I know this particular player, that's a huge part of their sound. But the noise is a little much, and I don't think that there's a ton of information up there as far as like the actual instrument goes. But I'm going to attenuate the airband a little, and you're going to hear the noise come down. Perfect. All right, I think we're good here. Let's move on to guitars. Now the guitars are very distorted, and they can be a little fizzy. Let's see if I can control that with the Silver Bullet. I feel like right here there's a good amount of there's a little bit of that like upper mid-range push. I mean, that's really what I'm looking for, especially with guitars like this. Alright, I love it. Let's do some EQ. I don't want to attenuate the high frequency knob too much, no matter what setting it's on, because I really don't want to lose the kind of the air of the guitars. I can attenuate a little bit of the fizz out, but I don't want to like lose that upper mid-range high frequency harmonic information. So I like the way that sounds. I think we're good there. Yeah. Huge difference there with the aspect ratio. All right, let's listen to them all together. So I'm hearing all of the important elements here. I can hear that they're being enhanced. I hear there's a much more roundness to the signal. The kick drum, the snare, and the snare reverb. I can hear the transient information of the bass pick attack. I can hear the driving rhythm of the guitars. And I feel that everything is really glued together. But let's see how this all sounds with Silver Bullet on the stereo bus. I'm hitting 12 here, so I'm just turning it down a little bit. I can hear brightness already when I'm like turning up the American console Mojo amp. You can hear it as I turn it up. It just gets a little brighter. And then as soon as I turn this up, I hear that bass and the lower mids in the drum set come out. So I'm reaching the range now where it's going to start distorting a bit. I'm going to adjust the headroom to kind of compensate for that. Okay, so I really like the way things are going so far. Let me see if I can bring these in and out as we listen to them. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely hear the effect that the silver bullet has on the mix. You can hear the effect that it has on the drums, the bass, the guitars, and the overall mix. It could be a little heavy-handed right now, but that's very easy to go through and adjust. I can just go through. So, if you wouldn't mind bearing with me for a couple of minutes, I just want to talk about the plugin versus the hardware and sort of my experience through all of this. I think a lot of people are going to underestimate this plugin. They're going to look at it like it's a saturation box or a distortion box, and they're going to treat it as such. And I think if you come at it from that angle, that you might be a little disappointed. It's really much more than that. It's essentially the master section of a large format console, and you have, the American and British console emulations, and then you can use those in series as well. There's a lot of gain staging options here, a lot of opportunity for tone shaping before you even hit the EQ section. And you really have to try it on a lot of different program material, a lot of different combinations of the Mojo amps, and see what sounds the best to your ear. And maybe not just look at this as a way to get mixes louder, but like a way to really enhance and bloom all of the signal that you put through it. So I'm really excited for this. I'm excited for people to get their hands on this and see what the silver bullet is all about. And I would love it if you would tell me how you use it, if you use the plugin or the hardware, in the comments. Is there something you think it excels at, or is there some kind of secret use that you use it for that you think is super special? I want to hear it all, so please leave me some comments down there. Like and subscribe. But I'm really excited about this. I know the whole team at Louder Than Liftoff has been working very hard on the development of this plugin, and thank you so much for watching.